Welcome to the channel, Payne the Patoot here, and we're going to do another Gunsmith video. It's part 20. You can see I've ready to turn the gun in to do it. If I go here, that's what it's going to look like. So there's the all the parts, and you don't have to change the barrel. I thought you used to have to, but apparently not now. Anyways, what do we need? We need a M1A fitted with the Ultimac M8 forward optic mount. Night Force ATACR 7-35-56 scope. That's a 34 millimeter ring scope, so you need a mount. Micro T1 reflex sight. That's available. You're going to need a little mounting bracket for it, and potentially you'll need something else. You can actually put it straight onto the gun. I was using a 45 angle because that's how I would use it in game, so that if I was using this gun with the big scope, I could cant it and shoot close range with the reflex sight. But anyways, we'll show that. Holosun LS321. Tac device, 20 round mag. Ergo must be 20 above. Recoil 400 below. And it can't weigh any more than 7.3 kilograms. So make sure that if you've got a 20 round mag, there's nothing in it. Okay, here's the Springfield Armory. Easy enough to get. If we go to the flea market and M1A, here it is. So you can buy them from Peace. No, that's the wrong one. They're available from Peacekeeper directly if you have a high enough level. Well, these are all the modded ones. There we go. Peacekeeper for $749. You can buy it. But you can get any of these off here if you want to save a few bucks. A couple of these have the Archangel stock, which you're going to have to buy and put on for this task to be completed. So you could buy those already. It's 100,000, so you'd get most of the gun that you need, and you'd get the Archangel. So that wouldn't be too bad of a bargain. But I already got one. But just make sure it's 60 out of 100 or above. So before we start, I was just going to show you, there's another way you can make these. So if I go down here and go builds, and this is a marksman rifle, so let's find the Springfield Armory, and let's go here, and it'll want to know which one, so I'll use this one because I have it in stock. And then with this, it's really nice because you can just start building it. So we need a 20 round mag. There it is. We're going to need one of these or the other of these to put our scope on. We needed a 34 mil, I said. Here's the actual scope. Now we need this, oops, there's the M4. And then if we go, I think it's this one here, and then we put the T1 on. It's there. Doesn't really fit properly. But you'll see that the ergonomics is not good enough. So if we replace the stock with this, it'll go up significantly. And then if we put on the LS Holosun, so there we have 30 Ergo, and the recoil here combination 259 plus 100 would be 359, and with 37 that's like well, it's less than 400. How's that? But that's everything you would need. So then you can go find parts. You can save it as well, and it will come up with all the parts you need. Now I wouldn't need the gun because I already got one, and I don't need the Archangel because I already got one. The rest of these bits and pieces, you may or may not have them, but you can buy everything for 60,000. Now note that it's grayed out for the Night Force, so you'd have to go to the flea market and see if you can find it. So let's just do that. I'm going to back up. But anyways, if you go purchase all, it will purchase everything. And then if you go back, you can go assemble, and it will assemble the gun. So here it's saying I don't have the Night Force, but I'll just ignore it. And if I jump back here now, there we go. I've got everything that I need, except for a couple of things. So I don't have the Night Force, and I don't have, oops, the M-Mac. So let's go on to the flea. Night Force. So here's the scope. And of course there is a couple available, but they're god-awful expensive. So then I go and put that on there. So no little check mark like here, so it's not ready. What else do I need? Well, I need the little, this guy. But in order to put that on, I need the M-Mac. So I do know it's usually, like if I search for the Ultimac, Ultimak, can't find anything that's the correct one. However, if we go to mechanic and we scoot down here, he's got one as a trade item. Just got to find it. That, no. That, no. There it is. So for 3 of the little PCB network cards, you can get the Ultimac. And then you can take that and throw it on here. Then you'll be able to put that on, and there's a check mark. So rather than chasing all the parts, which can be in most cases picked off the flea market, there's that new way of using builds. And of course it's a marksman rifle, and then you find Springfield. Gives you a preset, you open it up, it's going to want to use a gun. So just pick whichever. And then you can go and mod it. And then you do find parts, and it will buy them from you. If you find that it can't find, like here it's saying you have all the needed parts. Yes, okay, thanks. But if you find parts and it comes up with some stuff you can't get, it'll be grayed out. And don't think that's the end of it, because notice it told me when I went through this the first time that I couldn't find the Night Force, and yet when I went to the flea market and searched for it, it was there at a huge amount of money. So you can take off the trader rating if you want. But anyways, it doesn't mean, if it says it can't find something, it doesn't mean that it's not available on the flea market. Or it can't. It can also be got as a trade item. Anyways, so that's it. I've got 2 copies of it now. So let's just have a quick modding here. So you need the ATACR 7/35 by 56 scope. It will of course need a mount, and it has to be a 34mm mount. Then this little bracket here is the Leapers UTG 4-point locking deluxe mount. So you have to put that on so you can put the ring mount on, so then you can put the scope on. Notice that I have the Archangle stock. The standard stock has to be removed in favor of the Archangle, because the standard stock doesn't give you the Ergo. So this has to be 20 and above. And with the standard scope or stock, it is, well, let's put it back on. I still have it. It's 20, which would be enough, but obviously it's not. So back to the modding again. That's because this is above. So you still got the Ergo of 20, which is required, but 267 plus 100 is 367 plus 40. 1 is above 400, so that's the other thing. The Archangle here, if I have a look at it, minus 27 recoil plus 32 Ergo. So you get a big boost by using that, and I picked the wrong one because this one's got the hollow sun. There we go. So anyways, 29 Ergo, that's above 20, and the combination of these two is below 400. so that's good. So you do need the Archangel stock, need a 20-round mag, as I said. So again, scope, ring mount, scope bracket here. Then the T1 bracket, it will go on the Ultimac M8 when you actually acquire it. So I couldn't. There it is, M14 Ultimac M8. Keep an eye out for them in the game. They are common. I've had some, might have already sold them. But if not, you go to Mechanic, and for 3 network cards, you can trade for one of these. So that's what I did to get it. And then, of course, there's the LS321. So there, that's everything you need. You don't have to replace the barrel. You don't have to put any kind of muzzle device. You don't need any forward hand grip. Everything is there. So let's go 1, 2 here. Tasks, Gunsmith. Turn it in. Pick one of these guys. Turn in. Complete. And then the thing I'm going to do, just for the fun, on the flea market, I'm going to M1A Springfield. I'm going to sell this complete. So I'm going to help somebody out here, but I want 300,000 for it, because that was basically using the preset way. It came out to be about that amount of money. In fact, see, look at the fee here. So 350, 1, 2, 3. There. If somebody wants it, this will complete the task for them. I've just thrown it onto the flea, and yeah, that's everything you need to do the task. If you want to do the task right now and jump onto the flea for $350,000, I've built you the gun already. Okay, thanks.